Should be good. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Why are we smaller? Oh, yeah, I'm into the move.
I don't know. Are we live? We in? We're up? Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Ike from Flipside Music, and welcome to What the Fact, episode whatever it is. I don't even know anymore.
That's wild.
Yeah, episode whatever live. Weekly question and answer show. You ask us a question, we answer.
Or we ramble.
Said question, or we ramble. We try some stuff. We test out a few pieces of gear. All that stuff. I'm here as always with.
Yes. With Dylan. Yes. Oh, echo problem? Okay.
Echo problem? How do we get an echo problem?
Oh, no, we didn't have one yet.
How is that? Okay. We're looking into that echo problem. It's an echo pedal? Okay. Why is there echo? All right, we're looking into. You could be, yeah, Mike. You could be tripping a little bit.
Other people are saying that. Yeah, a few people are saying echo.
Yeah, so there's that echo. Is it? Are we still not going? Yeah, I think everybody. I don't know. Doc says there's an echo. Are they capturing something from the, what do you call it? Or one of these other cameras on too? How about now? Still? Yes, to the echo. Okay. Well, we didn't change anything. Yeah, we didn't, there's nothing different than...
No, we just done with a mic break.
Yeah, is there anything on the other app?
No, I mean, only one thing is off, only one thing is off.
It's like flat set, super non. How about that? That do it? Are we clear as bell now? 2 mics, that's what we're...
No, just the one right now.
Should be only one mic. Echo with hissing snakes. What the?
Anyway,
Well, the hissing snakes.
It
could be the air.
Anyway, there's been a delay with them too, so you guys let me know what I just got rid of it or not.
Reminds of a gig in Wisconsin one time. Sound man was hideous.
Okay.
All right. I've been to some shows with some bad sound man. All right. Take advantage of it. Sing us some Sinatra. Fly me to the moon.
The audio driver. That wouldn't be ideal.
Ben Coons is in here. Sounds something like Star Trek. Open mic somewhere. So
On right now, so.
maybe just start pressing some buttons and.
Well, I mean, everything is muted except for the one mic that we're on. Everything's muted here, everything's muted here. So, and now they're saying it's gone.
Wait, now it's gone? There you go. All right, well, we fixed it. Good thing. Nice job, Dylan. I'd like to thank my producer, Dylan, here, or our sound guy. You got it. We didn't do shit.
I didn't, yeah.
We really didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything there, so I have no idea.
What the? All right, well.
We'll just chalk it up to today, because...
Yeah, it's this last couple weeks has been insane. So let's say hello. Doc's in here. What's happening? Janice Lala's in here. I see Brian is here. What's happening, man? Brian asked me how I'm feeling. It's more, this is the problem than this. I think the stress of everything is finally getting the best of me. And Ike needs to sleep for 3 days, because lack of sleep is just ruining me.
Well, yes, that and hopefully going to NAMM will be at least an outing away from the usual shit. So.
I need a break from all of the madness.
Yeah.
So that's really...
Oh, by the way, we can say shit again in the first 3 minutes, and we get one fuck before, like one per episode, as long as it's, not like every every other word, which luckily most of the time we use it more delicately. So yeah, but anyway, they changed some of those things, so it's not as restrictive now, which is nice.
What?
I mean,
when did that
I was
start?
gonna say, yeah, don't start running through all that. I can't remember. It was a few weeks ago. Terry had sent me something at one point with the letting, like it was. I think it was a few weeks ago where they at least just eased up on it a little bit. So
Sounds good. Docs, did you find their firework cases? I don't know what that means. Come over to Upright tonight. Yeah, Jimmy reached out to me. I'm going to see how we do after this. So I may be. I've just been very tired. Haven't slept very well for a bit. A bit. Yeah, a bit. And it's just catching up to me. Last couple weeks have been very, very, very stressful. So I'm doing the best I can. All right, there, kids. So
Yes.
I'm trying to get out and have a good time. Problem is, so let's put it this way. I was in bed by like 7:30 last night, and I slept until, I was up a few times, but I didn't get up till like 8, because I just needed to try to play catch up until Dave was.
well, and it is
until
cumulative.
Dave, my
Yeah.
dog, is just
Well, and sleep is one of those.
slapping
Yeah.
me like,
well,
Dad, come on, I gotta go shit.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, he was. Well, he was funny. Anytime I'd watch Dave, he was always, especially that little inching thing he does.
Oh, yeah.
Where he tries to get a little closer to the, like, it's not like it makes a huge difference, but in his mind it seems to. So
He's a cute little fella.
he is.
Okay, need a Firebird for April 30th-ish. All right, let me double check. I think I got one.
Yeah, I think he'd mentioned that before, but obviously, our brains are simultaneously here and way off at the same time lately.
Mine is all something like that.
It's the way it feels anyway.
Joy says you've been through it for show. That's the truth.
Yes.
It is, and so right now, just so you guys know, though, because you guys have all pretty much
Followed along.
followed us through this nonsense. We're hung up right now with the forestry department over 2 shitting fuck little trees. Did I use that properly, or is the YouTube fucks gonna?
That was the preferred German nomenclature.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think I threw 3 of them out there. So forestry right now is who's holding us up over some
Yeah, over 2 trees, which
in some planting area.
Which we'd be fine to put trees in the spot that we can put trees. It's really just where these particular 2 trees happen to be right now that's the
Right.
issue.
I'd be more than happy to replant some other trees anywhere
Yeah.
else.
We would love the trees, just not where they are.
Right. So
Yeah.
we're working on it.
And yes, Ben, I forgot. Sam had given me the part number, but I think he still has it. So that is a good reminder. I'll go ahead and text Sam after this and get that part number for him. Ben
what?
needed a bridge that loaded bottom side and top side for a telly. And he also, I think he was doing, he needed 3, like the 3 hole, or the 3 screw one, not the 4. And we didn't end up having one on hand, but Sam had tracked down like the part number, so, and I had meant to send that, but I hadn't seen Sam for a few days, so.
So you need the 3. I'll look at I'll look at my
Oh, if you might have one?
if I might have
Yeah.
a telly stash. at
Well, the
home, 'cause
thing
I
that-
do have a lot of different bridges and stuff like
Yeah, the one that hung us up, I think, was the 3-hole one, not the, like, because we had 4s. We had plenty of 4s everywhere, but I couldn't find one of the 3s, so.
that. I might have one.
Okay, well,
I
good.
just have because I got about 3 or 4 different bridges,
Right.
telly bridges at home, so I'll look.
All right, I don't know if we had any, Doc was asking how many departments have we had to deal. From what you said the other day, I didn't even know there were that many. What did
So-
you said there was like 17 at this point, or close.
Oh no. So, Doc, we had to resubmit. So about a little over a month ago, because this is taking forever, we had to. So Stargazer's asking, "What the fuck? Need a lawyer? Doesn't work. It's the city. You can't fight City Hall. I've already contacted a lawyer, and they told us we're screwed. We just have to go through the process. There's nothing.
There's
we can
literally
do.
nothing.
There's
Okay.
nothing we can do. A lawyer won't do anything except get them mad and probably get us even further
Further yeah.
back. Anyway, how many departments are there? So, what was it? A little over a month ago, we had to submit some more plans, more stuff, readjustments for them, and we got the report back because it took 4 weeks to get that back. And it had to go through 28 different departments. So, 28 departments we had to go through, and we got hung up on 3. We've satisfied 2, and the last one is the forestry department.
And it's literally over 2 trees that are just exactly where the parking is going to be.
And they can't seem to understand why we can't save them. I'm like, because people are going to back into the effing trees.
Right. Repeatedly, if they're, yeah.
So.
But yeah, and again, like, I mean, even if it would just boil down to replanting or doing some other trees in the spot that we would have space for them, but like, it's just, yeah, it's beyond ridiculous at this point.
It's.
I mean, it literally feels made up, and it's not. That's what's nuts about it. Well, I feel like it's made up, but it's not. It's like that's what's crazy with this.
Yeah, it's like every week it's like some new thing.
Yeah.
You know, like,
well, it literally feels like they're just sitting around thinking, like,
hey,
what could we?
Let's send them over to the pot and pan department. You know what I mean? Because they got no covers. Let's go to the pot and pan department. Yeah, that'll screw them over. Yeah. It's like a big soup.
Yes.
I'm just so tired of these people. I'm tired of this process. It has been way too long. I'm over it.
Yeah.
You know, and we should have just. I'm not saying anything.
Well, and again, if we could just get rid of them and replant or commit to replanting or whatever we need to get 2 other ones, like that seems like an agreeable solution.
Yeah. The biggest problem though is that we don't have our lot doesn't have a lot of extra room.
Yes.
So there's no place to put these. Otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, I'll plant. Let's take these 2 down. I'll plant 4 somewhere else. Problem is, we have nowhere else on our lot to actually plant trees. There's no room in the back of the building. There's barely any room on the side.
There's literally only one place. Yeah, there's only one place for all of this. Like, there's no extra ancillary options, unfortunately. So it's like there really is nothing to reposition other than the trees. But
so it's a bit
frustrating.
It's a bit frustrating because we just keep eating the stuff. And honestly, if just one person could just show up and look at what the situation is, they realize what we're dealing with instead of trying to look at plans and giving us a whole bunch of shit. You know, Ferd says Denver, friends of small business. They love to wave that flag, but it's not true. It's not true because if you have to do anything through the building department, they're putting people out of business, or at least putting them on the brink of putting them out of business, because a lot of places are the same kind of situation as us. They're carrying 2 locations. Well, you could do that for, 3, 6 months, maybe even 8 or 9, but we're a year and a half.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you have no outside investment, really if you're not a chain or something that can sustain that, there's no way. Like that's what's so ridiculous about it is like nothing about it too. At the end of the day, like nothing about it is really gonna. I mean, like I said, we both are not against trees in any way, but at the end of the day, 2 trees is not gonna upset this area. Like that's
literally,
just,
if you turn around, there's hundreds of trees on the other side.
Yeah, there's literally trees
on the
all
other
around
side of the street. There's
yeah.
literally hundreds of trees.
And they're all around the building. So, like, it's not going to disturb the area if these particular 2 trees are gone. That's the whole thing is, like, the amount of money and the dispute and the whole thing, and again, like you said, you can't even really pursue it with somebody. Because it's like having to describe this shit to somebody that then has to basically say whether it signs off on a checklist that they have or may have made up at that point. That's what it feels like. But so it's like you can't really even pursue it. Like you said, you can't have somebody come look at it and be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I see you guys have no space here for a parking lot other than right here. So I don't know.
It's like it's just so tight. It's crazy. But it's funny. I think Quentin James, what's happening, is on to something there. He said, did you ask the trees what they want to do? I really wish, I hope that the trees identify as a parking lot, is what I
that really or they have like a weird desire to move to Inglewood or something.
They're like, I don't want to be a tree. I think I'm more of a parking lot. And then I would go, I agree with you. That's fine. Yeah. That'll work with us.
Yes.
So, anyway, you don't want to hear about our shit, but that's where we are with all this stuff. It's just we're working our way through everything as best we can. So in the meantime, let's play some. Yeah,
let's go back to the fun shit,
and then we're done.
Yeah. So today we ended up grabbing just a few Wren and cuff pedals. Nothing really new this week. I think we have ordered, or well, we're in the process of ordering the new J Rocket Archer, but we obviously haven't received that one yet. So when we get that one in, we'll go ahead and throw that one in because that one does seem pretty cool. But today I think we grabbed 3 fuzz pedals from Wren and Cuff. We grabbed the Ace Tone fuzz, the Caprid. Is that how you? I've always had a hard time with that word.
Caprid.
Yeah, but is that how you say that? Okay, because I always feel like I don't. Well, that's why. Yeah. Well, is it Caprid, Caprid? I always have a very hard time with that particular word, just because I feel like I don't. That's not a word you hear people audibly say that often. Oh, you mean a goat? Yeah, or a ram? Yeah, yeah. It's like it's that family of. Yeah,
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, no, it's in that family of of animals, but it's just weird to me that like that word doesn't come up that often. Anyway, what was I gonna?
Jacob and the Ghost says you guys sold too many guitars, now they're fighting back.
Yeah,
the trees are fighting back. I'm like,
well, I could understand it, if if they were pine trees or maybe some swamp ash trees, but these are
nothing.
Little.
They're nothing special.
No.
Yeah, Guitar Man 45 says you go to township committee and get a variance. I guess that's what that's the next
step. Yeah, we're trying to even be allowed to get to that step.
We're not even there yet because once we're done with this, we have to go back to zoning to then have a hearing with the zoning department to
may have just dropped.
What do you call it? To get what do you call it? Yeah, we have to go to zoning to have a hearing to get a variance so we could do the parking lot. Yeah, it's all crazy.
Yes.
Jeff Egan's like, that's from all Canadians in here.
What?
Not everybody's a Canadian. Jacob's not Canadian.
Oh, no. There's we have a good Canadian faction, which is pretty cool. Yeah,
we're very popular in the Great White North.
Yes. But anyway, I was gonna say we could get back, I guess, to the fuzz pedals unless there's any particular questions. But I think we grabbed the Ace Tone, which is their version of the FM2 Ace. What was it? Coots texted me. I'll have to look up the name.
I don't remember.
Because that one I was having a hard time remembering. It's just not one of those. It's not a fuzz that you run across that often. I don't think I've ever heard an original. The old Ace Tone FM2 Professional Fuzz Master.
Ye old.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I think I got that one plugged in first. If we have time, we'll get to the other ones. I also grabbed the Your Face, the 70s one, that one's probably my favorite fuzz face of what we carry in the shop. But anyway, we can roll to those, and I think that was it. The only other topic I think somewhere it had been thrown out was the whole Marshall deal this morning.
Oh yeah, we could chat about that.
I guess you could talk about that for a split second while I move.
I don't know that there's much to say about that.
No, other than well, we'll see. I mean, I'd like to see if they actually start focusing on making amps again. Or is it gonna go full lifestyle now? You know what I mean? That's my is it going full Harley or is it just going, I don't know. That's the part I'm worried about. But
I don't know.
Anyway, let me get the camera clicked on, dial in real quick.
And here's my clean tone.
We'll see. We're not to the audio portion yet. Lined up.
So just so you guys know, Reverend Charger HB. I love this guitar. It's for sale. Buy it. If you like it, come buy it.
Yeah, so I guess we will. The disembodied voice will guide you through the signal chain right now. We are running the D20 from Rev, which is going to be our clean tone. We do have a Ghost Echo and a Mr. Echo going for like our delay and reverb, and then other than that, it's just going to be these fuzzes. Alright, so let me go ahead and switch over. There will probably be a gap of some silence here for a second, just because we gotta make sure everything's good before we blast you guys. Especially since we had an echo
we had a Ghost Echo.
Yeah, we did have an actual ghost echo.
We had an actual Ghost Echo because.
Alright.
One, have you tried the Reverend Greg Cocktelly? Yeah, we got 3 of them in the store.
Yes.
We sell Reverends. We're a Reverend dealer. So yes, I've tried them all. Pretty much.
Alright, switching. Oh yeah, he was asking you specifically, but yeah. So yeah, you just mentioned. All right, switching audio over.
All right, we are back. So what'd you guys think?
Yeah, definitely low five. So
It's
like
definitely got, yeah.
that would be a pedal I personally, if I was, I guess if I was looking, not looking to make a recommendation, that sounds weird, but if somebody was asking for like a vintage, octave fuzz that definitely had a spot of kind of like you said, lo-fi, like I think that'd be a good zippery kind of, somebody who's into like early Black Keys stuff would like that pedal. It's kind of that vibe.
Yeah, I could see it being, like you said, zippery. It's definitely got a lo-fi vibe. I could see it would be really cool as like a break in a song.
Yeah.
And you have that real almost...
Yeah, that sizzly kind of, it cuts right through, almost broken speaker kind of.
It almost feels like you're playing it through a bullhorn.
Yeah. Or just some low, or listening to it through like a smaller, messed up speaker or something. It kind of has that vintagey lo-fi thing going on.
Yeah, the octave sounded pretty decent.
It's definitely pretty prominent, and I would say it's interesting because like the tone really felt like it switched between two flavors of octave fuzz rather than like tonal changes. But
well, I think Jacob said he liked the first setting, and then we switched around and was wondering how we fattened it back up.
Oh, well, what was weird is like as you turned the fuzz / octave knob up, it started to get thicker and thicker and thicker, and then that last setting actually that sounded pretty good. It was a little texturally kind of funky, but I thought that last setting actually did sound pretty good with the Strat. So.
Dan says a little Steppenwolfish.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that era makes sense.
Oh yeah, exactly, yeah. But yeah, that was a pretty fun. What's nice is like that one. I can't say I know right off of a lot of other companies that are doing that particular fuzz. So honestly, these days it is pretty fun when the fuzz isn't just another Big Muff or something. I mean, granted, we're getting ready to play another Big Muff and another Fuzz Face, but still, my point is valid. Yeah, is that like it is kind of fun whenever certain ones pop out that are not that. So, all right. Well then, we'll go ahead and switch. Which one do you want to do? The Fuzz Face style, your face, or do you want to do the Caprid?
The Caparid. Let's do the Fuzz Face.
Okay. Yeah. You got the bag. You got the bag of fuzz. Or did I move them over here? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, look, there's cool stuff behind us too.
Oh yeah, we have a shrubbery now, and a sign, and a pedal.
There's a shrubbery, and there's here. I'll here you go. See?
Oh. Yeah.
There's a shrubbery. There's a Roland Space Echo. There's a Roland Chorus Ensemble. Some cool stuff. Jeff Regan says, neat! Oh, I wish I didn't have my Knights That Say Knee shirt on.
Oh, yeah, that was such a good one. I think a black metal Knights of Knee.
I almost wore that one today.
All right. I guess this is sort of a
nice shrubbery.
Sort of a shit unboxing video as well, because this was a fresh one.
That's a what one?
Freshie.
Ah.
It's a freshie, your face. So this one is the 70s one, which is the silicon transistor one. And like I said, for me, I don't know. For me, fuzz faces are tough because I feel like the more of them I play, the more ambiguous they get. It's I don't know. I guess I was saying that again this morning, I think, to Goots, or somebody. But it is. They're like eggs. It's a staple. It's a staple among fuzz. But like everybody does it just a little bit differently, and it's like I feel like I have a hard time gauging exactly what is the fuzz face thing, because a lot of them end up being, like way thicker, way thinner, way soft.
It's like a Venn diagram.
You do, yeah, because it's like everybody.
Everybody has a piece of what they like and emphasize that piece.
Well, I've always wondered if it's because it is a more simple circuit. It's like you change one or two resistors, where some frequency changes might happen, and the whole thing can feel pretty different. So so this one, what I like about it is it does have a low cut, which I feel like a lot of fuzz face style pedals do usually need, because especially if you play any neck pickup stuff, they just can get a little too thick. So having that low cut is pretty nice. And then this particular one, I just feel like hits the spot for a fuzz face better generally. Yeah, so usually if anybody comes in and if they're looking for like, the house recommendation, this one for fuzz faces is probably mine. But
Let's get this bad boy going.
Yeah, let me.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh, I effed that all up.
Here, yeah, let's. Well, luckily I think they can kind of only hear that through the mic over here. All right.
Sorry. Yeah, we need a much more. We're gonna have to get one that's like right here.
Yeah.
More
All right.
friendly.
Yes.
More.
All right. So
transactional friendliness.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
that's it.
knob friendly. Okay. Let me switch over. I'll switch the audio over. We'll start with the Reverend, and then we'll see. I've actually never tried this one in C, so it'll actually be kind of interesting to see how that goes. All right. Let me switch over. So yeah, that was the 70s Your Face from Wren and Cuff. That actually sounded really, really good.
Yeah, I thought it sounded.
Yeah, I was
really
just
good.
saying that little bit of low cut, I felt like tightened it up in the right spot. That's why I like that one. But actually, because I've never tried it in C, I really liked that one. So.
No, it sounded really nice, fat and thick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Stargazer said, it sounds awesome, very vintage sounding. I agree.
Yeah, no, it has that sound, but it also I don't know. I feel like it's set because the '60s one is nice, but I do feel like it needs a little push, and it doesn't play that well with being pushed. Like if that makes sense. Whereas like this one, you can kind of throw it wherever. It's a little more friendly with other pedals, so it likes to play well with others.
You guys can hear us now, right?
No, I don't think.
Was that before?
I don't think he's commenting about.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that the Pink Floyd thing?
Yeah, I don't know. That's somebody else's. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Let me switch over. We got a few minutes left. We'll do the Capri, whatever. Which is the basically it's their version of the '73 Rams head. So.
It's a goat.
Yeah.
It's a wee goat. It's your wee goat.
Oh yeah. Let's wait.
Wait! Don't tell me.
There you go.
It's like the
Pit crew.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the pit crew. We're like that damn NASCAR. Knees. Definitely fits into the void well. Yeah.
Well, it did for a fuzz face. That wouldn't be my first call, but it definitely did that well.
Terry's late. He's making spaghetti. He's making spaghetti.
Should probably make some recommendations
for dinner again.
Because Canadian spaghetti could be suspect.
It's probably just ketchup and water, but
ketchup, water, and some like crackers.
Yeah, ketchup, water, and then that shit that comes in the green bottle. Terry, if you're shaking that shit cheese that comes in the green bottle, just unsubscribe.
Start over.
Just start over. Just put a new name together. I'm just saying, just whatever you do, don't use that green shit cheese. Whatever that Parmesan garbage is.
All right.
As an Italian, I can be offended across border.
Well, yeah.
Because I can't. We just can't.
Yeah, and they might not have as many Italians to warn them of such things.
They do, though. I got cousins in Toronto.
Oh, well, okay. Well, then, yeah, they haven't been spreading the word as easily. Anyway, all right. Last few minutes, we're gonna go ahead and switch over to the Capri, whatever, which is the like I said, '73 Rams head. Well, cool. Yeah, that one was definitely a little thicker, at least in the room. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounded thicker to me.
Yeah, I was just saying in the room it sounded a lot thicker, which was good. Definitely a little heavy for C, because see, that's where like I feel like even though I love that does seem like it was, at least for me, maybe a little more usable in E. Whereas like the Demogorgon, on the other hand, I'd feel like the problem that I would have with that is more the mid-range. And I was going to say is kind of addressed. That's why usually like anything that has like a snarling mid-range, I feel like usually agrees better with the lower tuning.
With the lower tuning, yeah. And Stargazer says nice big sound, but the muff is obscuring the overall sound a bit much.
Yeah, it does. It definitely muffs. Yeah, muffs the right word for that one for sure.
And I think that to me, my thought was that it shined better with the standard.
It did. Yeah, I was gonna say. Whereas surprisingly, well, and it was funny too because actually on that it did sound a little more Jimmy, whereas the Your Face didn't as much, which is kind of the opposite of what you would normally expect. But yeah, no, I was surprised, and I was gonna say other thing I actually forgot about on this one that we mentioned while we were playing, but you guys couldn't hear it obviously, was the volume or the tone knob on this guy's reverse. So it'd be almost more like the Hyzumitas from Earthquaker, where you go the other way and it gets brighter. You go to the left, it gets brighter. You go to the right, and it actually gets darker, which is the total opposite of most of the other ones. So. Just so anybody knows, just, because that happens every once in a while, and I feel like sometimes when people expect everything to be the same way, that's when, like, somebody will tell us something's wrong with it, and it's like, no, they just did it reverse. That's, it's not wrong, it's just...
Dylan's trying to reduce returns.
Well, I am. I do.
Doesn't work,
yeah, anything to reduce, anything to spread knowledge of how to use the things that you're buying, I am all for, because... We've been having a hell of a week with...
this whole month has been odd.
But we've had a high propensity of it this week in terms of things that were not broken.
What did you call it earlier? What word did you use earlier?
Well, people have shit... Huh?
Yeah, to describe the whole...
Well, there's some kind of shit brain fog going out there.
Yeah.
But it's because it's lately like... and I guess what gets us, and I mean, anybody else who's ever worked retail or worked with anything that you sell... I think you guys probably get it, especially if it's something that's a little more complicated to use-ish. It's so frustrating when somebody tries to tell you that something's broken rather than, like, just letting you know that maybe they don't quite know how to use it. Because, like, I would much rather, and even, like, person to person, there's no shame in not knowing how to... Yeah, okay. I was going to say, there's no shame in not knowing how to use some of these things. I would much rather somebody tell us that, like, hey, I don't know if I'm getting this quite right, or I don't know if, something like that, rather than trying to tell us it's broken. Because, like, when you tell us it's broken, it creates a lot more stress that you don't necessarily know about, because then we got to figure out, well, shit, is it broken? Did we waste that money? Are we going to send it out to somebody else? Are they going to return it? Because, like, especially if we can't get it to replicate the thing that you're saying is broken, it makes that very, very difficult. So anything you can do to, like, make sure you test everything, test your cables, test everything, test it and test it again. Because, like, that's the biggest thing is, like, I think people...
We've had a lot of stuff where things have come back and it was their cable that was wrong.
Right.
They had a problem with their guitar. A solder went loose in their guitar, and then they blame it on the new thing they just bought.
Right.
So there's a lot of stuff. Just double check. I mean, and then everything kind of dials in different.
Well, this goes for selling. If you sell on Reverb and stuff too, same thing. Because it's like it's all stuff you're going to deal with somebody else. So like, I think having a solid troubleshooting system is like for anybody who's going to be ripping through pedals. I think it's a must. Like have a very solid like system and process of elimination so that you know that like 100% it's sometimes it's obvious, but a lot of times it's really not. So
yeah, sometimes it could be something else or
cable
or something.
Terry actually, so yeah, that's a case in point. It sounds fuzzy. It's like, sir, it is like that actually, because like fuzz pedals, it happens quite often where like fuzz pedals are technically a broken circuit. That's like it's simulating something that's broken. So like
Fuzz sounds like that sometimes.
Yeah, so fuzz is all about what's your flavor of broken that you like, and that's what I feel like a lot of people are like they don't always expect fuzz to be fuzzy, which
it's just like dating.
Yeah.
Fuzz is just like dating. Find what you like that's broken.
Yeah. What particular flavor of broken do you want?
Just like dating. Anyway, we got to get out of here.
All right.
1 minute after 5, and we can go on this shit. So. As you guys know, this whole thing is part of a Thursday guitar prime time thing that we do with the guys from Texas Toast and Dylan from Dylan Talks Tone. So hop over, go listen to the dudes at Texas Toast. because they're going to be doing their live stream. And when they're done, I think Dylan is going to be doing Dylan's Talking Toast. That's what
not this
he
Dylan.
should do that.
Yeah.
Dylan should do Dylan Talking Toast.
Yeah, it's just me with some bread and fuzz pedals.
Yeah, he or that Dylan, because he's there.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh yeah,
Another
there you go. Yeah.
Because Dylan's actually there
Yes.
at the Texas Toast guys
Yes.
today. So go check those guys out, or maybe they're doing a joint.
I hope so. I was gonna say whatever they're doing. I thought they were gonna try
Yeah.
to do something together. So
Yeah,
hopefully.
maybe that's the thing they're gonna do. So anyway, we're gonna go over there, check those guys out. We'll catch you guys over on the flip side.